Hi, my name's Debbie and I'm the host of You Matter Self-Care Summit for Working Mums. So today we've got Natalie Freeman from Havering Techniques in Bristol, UK, and she's going to be giving us all the hints and tips about how to deal with stress and anxiety. So without further ado, I'll pass you over to Natalie to give us that talk through.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Welcome. Kind of feels weird sat here when I can't see people, so I'm used to seeing people. So welcome. Thanks for coming. I would say wave to me, but I won't be able to see you, so I'm waving to you to say hi. I've got the 3 o'clock slot, which is for me when I was a mum. I was doing the whole, I am a mum, sorry, not when I was a mum, I still am a mum, they're just a bit older. I was doing the rush for the school run, trying to grab my place. So I feel quite chilled actually to be able to sit here and not be rushing around. The kids are safely tucked away in the house. So yeah, and it's 3 o'clock. I'm showered and dressed and done my hair and everything. I thought I'd better make an effort, but it doesn't matter if you're in your pajamas because I can't see you. So it's just really good that you're here with me, really. What I'm aiming to do in these 45 minutes together is to talk a little bit about me and my story and about anxiety and stress. And I'm going to give you some tips to help you feel good and stay positive, and also to show you a tool to help you with stress in the moment. So 45 minutes, I'm aiming to have a little bit of time at the end for questions. So I've got my notes, and I've got my water, and I'm here to help. So the first thing really is to say, you're well done on being here and taking time out. So I think, you ought to congratulate yourself. I would just take a deep breath in and out to just go and relax in the moment, really. I'm going to grab a swig of water. It is water, it's not gin. I know it's 3 o'clock, but I thought I'd better be alert for you. So let me tell you a little bit about me and where I am. So interestingly, I turned up an hour earlier because my calendar had me all ready. So I've been sat out in the garden in the lovely sunshine. So I'm lucky if I know what day it is. So I think we're week 8 of lockdown with this whole COVID-19 situation, all trying to cope. So, we're in it together, really. I thought it would be really helpful for me to just share a bit about me and my family. So just set the scene, I am a mum of 2. My son is 15 and he is really, really happy because he hasn't got any GCSEs, and he's downstairs in the downstairs room playing Xbox, and that his little man cave for the next, I don't know, however long. So you may well hear a bump or a cheer from below. That's just him. He'll either be happy or sad depending on whether he's winning FIFA or not. My daughter is, so I don't think for him there's any negative points to this, because he can speak to his friends virtually, and he hasn't got to go up the shop and do the odd little chore for me. My daughter is 17 and she is first year A-levels. She's studying really hard, really proud of her, just taking on board everything that she's getting set. But there are the notes on the door that say, please do not disturb. And we'll be tied at any of us that go in at that relevant or unrelevant time in lovely calligraphy script. But she's struggling a little bit with not seeing her friends. So she's missing not seeing her friends. But, generally she's doing really well. I'm really proud of her. My husband, he is, I don't know where he is. He's somewhere either in the house or the garden, or he might be doing the Tesco shop, which I'll quite happily let him. So if I'm lucky, he's doing that. So I think I feel quite lucky today. And what about me? So me, I'm working from home. I'm self-employed. I'm usually working in a community centre or a clinic helping people. I work, so what do I do? So I'm a Havening practitioner. I help with trauma and stress and anxiety, and I'll share a little bit about how I do that later. I'm also a counsellor in cognitive behaviour therapy, so CBT, all that positive stuff you've probably heard about, transaction analysis. I'm an NLP practitioner. I'm qualified in timeline therapy and hypnosis. but I'm not going to hypnotize you today, so you don't need to worry. I work mainly with one-to-one clients, and I also work in groups. I usually work face-to-face, and havening is a touch-based therapy, so usually I would be touching a client as long as they were happy with that. So this is very kind of strange for me. You know, I've mastered Zoom. I've got the positives are I've mastered Zoom. I actually know how to turn my laptop on. I've got my children on hand to help me, and I think they're getting a bit annoyed now. Oh, Mum, what do you need now? But no, they've been really good and embraced it. So I can help people, been helping more people, and I've embraced the online sessions and all the different things I've been doing. Challenges with Zoom, I suppose, you know, making sure you've got your camera in the right place, all that kind of stuff. So I've learnt loads. Negative for me is, you know, it's been a bit weird and a bit stressful. So although I'm generally a positive person, it's not the not knowing. And now with the whole, you know, announcements yesterday, I think it's, you know, just as confusing. We really don't know what we're doing. I'm dealing with, you know, relatives who are not sticking to the rules, and also elderly parents that I'm doing shopping for. So I'm missing seeing my friends, missing going to Next just for no reason, just to walk around, or going in the pet shop to buy another thing for my pets. So yeah, I think, you know, we're all struggling. And I just want you to know really that you're not on your own. We're all in it together. And I think, you know, we all need a, you know, pat on the back to say, you know, we've survived to week 8, and, you know, kind of give yourself a break really. Because we play lots of different roles. If I just think of the roles that I play, I'm a mum, a wife, a daughter, a stepdaughter, an auntie, a friend, you know, a self-employed worker, caring for my elderly parents. If you think of all the things you do, the working mums doesn't really do it justice, that title, because we can be working and, you know, not necessarily paid, but you're pretty amazing. All the roles that we all do is pretty awesome. So I thought today it would be helpful for me to share a bit of my story. I kind of don't do this very often, so I'm kind of going to be raw and tell you everything about me, well, most things, just my story, because I think it's helpful to know what I've been through and where I am now and what I help with. So I was adopted as a baby, kind of abandoned and not loved by my parents, into a lovely home, which I was very much loved. My mum and dad brought me up, and it was really lovely. Then at 8 years old, my parents divorced, and I went into the whole stepmom and stepdad thing, where I'd go to mums and then go to dads. Upside was I had lots of other people. I had a stepmom and a stepdad that I got on really well with, but I just kind of had to go with the flow really, be a good girl, do what I was told, and the to-ing and fro-ing kind of took its toll on it really. I didn't really kind of engage in my feelings. I just did what I was told, and I was taken from one side of Bristol to the other at 8. I had to go to a new school, make new friends, so it's kind of tough. Went into secondary school, you know, I was always the taller girl, the bigger girl, wasn't really the popular one, or the pretty one, and I kind of found it hard really, and food was my kind of friend really. I used it to help me, you know, the odd Kit Kat down the canteen, all that kind of stuff, because I didn't really kind of felt I belonged. But you know, school was hard, but I got O-levels, A-levels, went to university. That was great to be away from home and by the sea. And then I got married. Found, you know, when I was at university, I found a really nice guy, got married, and that didn't really go to plan. It was toxic relationship and abusive, and I ended up getting divorced. So, you know, at 28, I was kind of thinking, oh my gosh, what is this all about? I found my birth parents. I searched for them and found them, and they are still in my life now, so that's a really good thing. And I got a new flat and a new job, and I kind of wondered what it was all about. Later on, I met a new man, husband number 2. There is only husband number 2, and in 5 years we met and married and had 2 children. You'd think then that I would be happy. Everyone from the outside would, oh, you've got a lovely husband, 2 beautiful kids, lucky to have a boy and a girl. But, you know, actually, you know, then took me back to all those things in the past, those things I'd never dealt with. I had postnatal depression, I had cancer, I was really, really overweight, and I possibly should have been happy, but I kind of wasn't. So I decided then it was time to lose some weight. I joined a weight loss program and I lost 5 stone in 5 months. And with that weight loss program, you get, you go for counselling and stuff. And at that point, I thought, you know, I want to train to help other people and help them lose the weight and feel great. So I trained to be a counsellor, helping others. So that was now 7 years ago, trained to be a counsellor. And then the rest of the years, I added on different skills, NLP training, timeline therapy, hypnosis. And then 5 years ago, I trained to be a havening practitioner. And my purpose really and my passion is to help others. So all the things I've been through in life, all the stresses and the struggles, ups and downs, many tears, many things that weren't pleasant, kind of got me to this point. I've realized that actually that was for a purpose, and my purpose now is to help others, which I love doing. I love spending time with my clients, I love making a difference, and I'm really passionate about what I want to do, which is really why I want to tell you about havening and all the great things. But in the interest of the topic today about stress and anxiety, I did a bit of research on my children. I took the opportunity to ask them about me and when I get stressed, and I got a list. So I shall read you the list. They were a bit reluctant to actually tell me. And I said, hey, you know, I'm doing this talk. It'd be really helpful if you could help me with this. You know, how do you know that mum's stressed? How do you know when I'm stressed? And I'll just read out what they put. So when I'm stressed, I've got that tone of voice. I frown, I snap, I shout, I get agitated. One of my children said, if you snap once in the morning, I know to stay out of your way all day. And then when we get to tea time, I might sense check what kind of mood you're in. And I thought that was really funny. Well, yeah, I embraced it really. Apparently I can't take a joke. I'm really sensitive and I can be really sarcastic. So I was really grateful that they were able to open up and tell me that. I did ask my husband and he declined to comment. So yeah, I thought that was funny too, because if he'd asked me, I would have said, I'd have had quite a few things ready, but I thought that was sweet of him not to actually say that. So, so that was quite good. We also talked about what we need when we're stressed, because I need different things to my children, and they, you know, and their dad, we all need different things. And what I realized is really important, if you can think about when you're stressed, how does that play out for you? Are you a shouter? Are you a lock yourself away? Or, you know, what, you know, do you get smack the wall? Do you shout? Do you, you know, what is it that you do? It might be really helpful to have a think if you don't know what that is, or maybe ask people if you're happy to take that on board. And you know, for me, I've learned that I need, when I'm feeling stressed and overwhelmed, I need a hug, I need a coffee, I need someone to feel like they care for me, that they, you know, want to do something. So show, I suppose it goes way back to when I was younger. It's about that whole feeling loved and appreciated. For me, you know, mum, are you okay? You know, I need a hug, a coffee. Do you need a coffee, rather than me doing everything all the time? Because as a mum, it's quite stressful. Positivity from people. Oh yeah, mum, you can do that. Talk today. Yeah, mum, you were great at that. Don't worry. You know, I've got a note on the door, do not disturb. And hopefully I won't get disturbed, but who knows. Last time I was on a Zoom call, the home phone that never rings rang. So, you know, it's just embracing it really. Reassurance that, you know, it's going to be okay. If, you know, I'm worrying about parents that aren't following the rules. Oh, it'll be all right, mum, don't worry, all that kind of stuff. And you know, you're a good, they might not say that you're a good mum, but it'd be nice to hear it sometimes. Oh, well done, mum, you know, when I do nice things. But interestingly, my children, or one of my children, just wants quiet time. Said to me, I just want quiet time, just want to be left alone. I don't want solutions to my problems. I just want you to listen. And sometimes they need to have a break. So really, I would kind of invite you to have a little think about what you need really. have a little think about what you need when you're stressed, because I didn't even know really all these things. Didn't know what they classed as when mum was stressed. So yeah, so talk to your children, find out what they would say if you're happy to take that on board, and make some changes. Tell them what they need. I need hugs, I need coffee, my husband needs to be left alone, my children need different things. So yeah, just so hopefully that'll open a good conversation for you. So the other thing that I think that might be helpful for when you're stressed mums, is about having self-care. I've learned to my cost over many years that self-care is really important. Hence I'm drinking the water, not the gin at this time of day. So I made a little list of the things that I've learned over time that help me. And I think if you can just take one of those things from today and think, oh, I might try that. So just take from it what you need, what is helpful. So the things for me are a good morning routine. So for me, I'm a morning person. I like to get up early. I like to have water. I also do some self-havening, which I will share with you later on, how that works. I also set my intentions for the day. I'm very positive. I'm a very half glass full person. I practice gratitude. Some of you might practice that, or mindfulness or meditation. That's really helpful too. I always have breakfast. And then obviously having a shower makes me feel good. Obviously in lockdown, yeah, I don't have a shower every day. And some days, you know, the top half might be saying different to the bottom half. So, you know, you may well have your pajamas on, it doesn't matter really. It's about whatever makes you feel good. But I know if I have a shower, I put some makeup on, I have some water, it makes me feel good. Washing my hair, putting my makeup on, cuddling my pets, just going outside really into the fresh air, spending time in the garden. Also buying flowers. You know, I went the other day shopping for my mum in Tesco's, and it was stressful. You know, people wearing face masks. Have I got my hand sanitizer? Are they going to stay 2 meters apart? And I thought, oh, you know, I'll buy myself some flowers, you know, a couple of pounds. I've got them here now, some freesias just in the window, and it just makes me feel good. So anything to make you feel good. Music's really good. Music really lifts me and makes me feel good. So when I want to be inspired, I'll put on a really good track. I've got Spotify, so it's quite good. You just go in and it kind of puts things there for you, which is really helpful. Also, FaceTime with friends. For me, when I'm working with people and I'm normally seeing people, so this in itself, just to see blank screens with people's names, that's kind of weird for me, because I'm a hugger, I'm a go out for a coffee, you know, when I see my clients, just getting those smiles back, you know, I love that, love making a difference. So really, I'm setting up FaceTime calls with people. It's not the same as going to coffee when your friend, you know, has always got a massive handbag and you get to see what's in it while she has a tidy up. You know, it's not quite the same as, you know, having banter at waiting in the queue, and working out whose, you know, Costa Coffee card, loyalty card we're going to use today. It's not quite the same, but it did make me feel better. It made me feel better just to see their face. So if you need to do that, then do it. Also, I'm limiting the news, so I watch the reports at, you know, 4 and 5 o'clock maybe, whenever they are, and then I don't watch the news after that. So limiting those negative filters. And the other thing that I've done is actually I have stopped having my phone in the bedroom, which was a bit of a wrench, but I stopped having my phone in the bedroom. It goes in the office, and I find that really helpful. So it's like a nighttime routine for me. It goes in the office, and then I do some self-havening. I do a bit of gratitude at the end of the day, and I find that really helps me. So if any of that, you can take anything from that that's helpful, then please, you know, even one thing, use those nice products, those products that are in the cupboard that you've been saving possibly as a nice present for a friend. You know, get out your Molten Brown, use the, you know, nice hand gels, spend extra time doing nice things for you. You know, I've had a bit of a sort out like most of us. You know, I wouldn't profess to be as great as Maria Kondo, but you know, my folding skills aren't as great, but you know, I've sorted some things out, and I thought I forgot I had that, so I'm using those things now. So I hope that's helpful. So to talk to your friend, your children about being stressed and what you need and maybe what they need. And also those self-care routines are really helpful. The other thing that I do is havening. I practice havening, and obviously I'm a havening practitioner. And what I thought I'd do is explain a little bit about havening. So havening is a touch-based therapy, and it helps with trauma and stress, as well as lots of other things. I'll just read through the list to make sure I don't forget. So I use havening with my clients for anxiety, bereavement, depression, low self-esteem, panic attacks, phobias, PTSD, self-belief, self-development, stress, trauma, and weight management. So it's useful for lots of different things. But today I thought I would share with you some havening techniques to access your positivity and strength. So your supermum powers, your Wonder Woman, Superman, but all the things you do, we're going to access a little bit of that now, help you feel more positive and more resourceful. And so to do this, we use touch to create brain waves, a bit like when you go to sleep, you create those lovely soothing brain waves. And these are reassuring, calm type brain waves. And they are called delta waves. Okay, so what I'm going to invite you to do is I'm going to show you, I'm just going to move the screen down, and this might be helpful if you're watching it on catch up, that you can just, you know, do this little bit and you can do this visualization for yourself. So the havening techniques are with you use your hands. Obviously, when in this situation at the minute, my hands are clean. I've got my gel and I'm at home. So obviously I'm not touching clients at the minute. So the havening touch is going from across the forehead. You do whatever's right for you. If you don't feel that you want to touch your face, that's fine. So across the head, on the cheeks, across your arms like you're giving yourself a hug, and you go from the top of the shoulders down, just stroke down that way. And then havening touch on the hands. So I'm lifting my hands up so you can see. If I actually move the camera a little bit down, you can see that way. Okay, so we do the havening touch on the head. So I'd invite you to have a go, really. So what I'm going to invite you to do, if you're happy to, we're just going to take some deep breaths, just have a little wiggle in your chair, kind of have a shake out, you know, sat down for a few minutes, have a little wiggle in your chair and just sit and relax. So if you can see me and you're able to, even if it doesn't matter if you've got your children with you, just kind of shake it out, sit quietly. And then I'm going to invite you to take 3 deep breaths, and I'm going to invite you to try the havening touch. And I'm going to get you to do the moves, and I'm going to just get you to count to 10. I'm going to say head for 10, face for 10, hug yourself for 10, going down, because we can't ever get enough hugs, and then hands for 10. Okay, so, and I will do it with you so you can see me and I can visualize that you're doing it. Okay, because we want those lovely soothing delta waves to help you feel calm, which is really good when you get stressed. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And if you'd like to shut your eyes, you can do. So we're just going to start the havening touch on our head. That's great. Turning the camera on is great because I can see you, just to check. So just on the head. Brilliant. And the face. And give yourself a hug. Go down, not up and down, just down. Strokes down. It's brilliant. And then on the hands. So you can have yours lower down because it'll feel more comfortable. So, okay. So I invite you to close your eyes, and then I'm going to get you just count you to 10 and just do a round of head, face, hug and hands, and then we're going to do it again. Okay, so I'm going to do it with you. So we're going to do on the head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Face for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hug, cross your arms, hug. 1, down to the elbows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And palms of the hands for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's brilliant. If you can keep your eyes closed, and we're just going to do that just again, starting with the head. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And face for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hands for 10. Sorry, hug for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hands for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to just keep using the Haven in Touch however you feel that you prefer. So if you want to do it in the same way, carry on. If you just want to do the hugs down or the hands. And I'm going to invite you to think about your superpowers as a super mum. And I'm just going to quickly show you so you can kind of get into it. Wonder Woman. So I've just shown you a picture of Wonder Woman. We've got the pants, the big girl pants and the cape. And we're just going to do a bit of visualization now while we're doing the havening. So if you're happy to close your eyes and just do the havening however you feel feels right for you. And I just want you to imagine. So deep breath in and out. And I'm just going to describe that visual to you. So I want you to imagine that you are Wonder Woman, because we are all pretty awesome for all the roles we play, all the things we do, and all the things we do in a day. Pretty amazing, all of us. You know, you might not get told that, so I'm kind of telling you now. Pretty amazing. You've got your Wonder Woman, your big blue pants on, holding it all in, your big Bridget Joneses holding it in, but they're nice and sparkly blue. And on the pants are lots of white stars for all the roles that you play. So for each star, it's all the roles you play in life. So whether you're a mum or a carer or a healthcare professional, working from home, all those little roles, a pet owner, all the things you do. Just imagine, you know, you've got it all, you're holding it all together. And Wonder Woman's got a lovely red bodice with lots of gold sparkly bits on it. So just imagine you've got your little bodice with your gold sparkly bits. And you've got like a little crown on top, a gold crown with a red star. So you've got your little crown on, and you can do anything. When you've got this power, you can do anything. You can master anything. You can have a positive day. And we still got the cape. So I want you to think about that lovely cape you've got, and you might want to do that hand up in the air, kind of move forward while your kid's still doing the havening. You can just imagine Superwoman, Wonder Woman, or you as Superman. I just want you to imagine that, you know, on a day when you're not feeling great and it's all gone a bit pear-shaped, you know, you can take yourself to this place at any point. You can imagine, you know, you've got those pants on, holding it all together, those Bridget Joneses, the Wonder Woman sparkly pants, all of those lovely stars, holding it all together for all the things you do, all that amazingness and awesomeness. You've got your little crown. You might feel like it slips sometimes, but that's okay. We can't be perfect all the time. Sometimes good is good enough. You've got that lovely crown on top, gold and sparkly, with a big red star, because you are a star at the top. And you've got your cape. And when you've got your cape on, you can do anything. And what I'd like you to do is just in the moment, imagine that picture is really bright. The Wonder Woman spinning around, you know, when I watched it, you know, she spins around and it all happens and it's amazing and she feels amazing. So I want you to imagine yourself spinning around. And as you spin around, I'm going to click. I want you to hold that picture in, that amazing awesomeness, and just remember how amazing you are. And hopefully you should be feeling quite good and positive. And when you're ready, you can, if you shut your eyes, you can open your eyes, and you can stop doing the haven touch. And I just want to invite you to just sit still, have a little wiggle, and just think about how you feel. And I would hope, well, I'm hoping that the havening touch has helped soothe you a little bit, given you some positive delta waves that are reassuring. I'm hoping you feel positive. I'm hoping that you felt like you could embrace your inner superwoman or super mum or whatever you are, super auntie, super carer, super gran, whatever that might be. You know, you can take yourself there at any time. You've got you know, I've shown you how to self-haven, and that for me is amazing on Zoom because, you know, I'm able to help more people. You can help down-regulate that anxiety at any time. You know, the other day when I went to Tesco's, I you know, didn't want to go out, so I was sat in the car just doing some little palm havening in the car before I got out. Took a deep breath, said it's going to be fine, and it was all right, but it just settled my nerves really. So you can kind of use that anytime. So that is Haven in Touch. That's what I do in the mornings, a little bit of just touch. Haven in Touch is going to be a positive day, just to instill those messages. And then at the end of the day, I might put in, you know, oh, yeah, it's been a great day, all that good things that have happened. And that gets me into that sleep mode. Now that I've finally put my phone out of my bedroom, but that was quite a tough choice to make, but it definitely is doing what you know works for you and limiting all those negative filters from the news, from those friends that kind of zap your energy, those ones, certain ones we all know that chat on forever all about them and never ask them about you. So but yeah, it's limiting that really. So hopefully that's been helpful. What I'm hoping is that from today, it's been helpful just to meet me. You know, I'm real. I've been through lots of stuff in my life. You know, I hope that was helpful for me to share that with you, to know that you're not on your own. And we all do carry lots of stuff throughout our life. And even if you take one thing from today, even just sitting still, you know, for this time out of your busy day, multi-skilling, you know, for some of you who've got younger children, you know, I take my hat off to you. If you're doing the Joe Wicks and the homeschooling and learning French, you know, pretty awesome. You know, those stars on those pants of Wonder Woman are shining pretty brightly. So you should be really proud of yourself. So I'm hoping that you can learn something from the self-care, maybe something to change in your daily routine, or just have that conversation with yourself about what you need, and maybe share that with your family. I need a hug, or I need you to leave me alone, or if you've kind of had a little think about that, that will be helpful. And then hopefully the havening technique's been helpful for you. If you're watching on replay, or you want to watch just the havening, you know, the super mum superpower bit again, you might find that helpful. You can kind of do that anytime, and hopefully that will help you feel more positive. For those of you that signed up and noticed, I put a free offer. So my free offer is, if you are happy to go onto my Facebook page, so it's Havening Bristol, it's just written under my name, Havening Bristol. If you go onto my Facebook page, and if you could like my page and comment maybe on if you found today helpful, and share it with your friends and family, because I'd love to share the havening techniques and, you know, the havening delta waves, the positivity. I like to share it with more people. There are not that many of us around at the minute. It is a worldwide thing, but it's still getting out there as an alternative therapy, and I love it. Out of all the things, I use it most, mixed with everything else. So if you could like, comment and share on my Facebook page, then the first 25 people in May get a free half-an-hour session with me, just to go through the technique, and I'm offering that to 25 people in May while we're on lockdown, and all you have to do in return is just to like, comment and share on Havening Bristol. So that's me. I don't know if anyone's, we've got a little bit of time, about 5-7 minutes left. I don't know if anyone's got any questions. Obviously, if you're on replay, then if you want to ask me any questions, then feel free, go on my page, like and comment and share, and then we can set up a call together. And I'd love to talk to you and share havening with as many people as I can. That's kind of my mission and passion, really, part of why I've come today to help you. So I hope that's been helpful. Just check if there are any comments. Nice exercise, thank you. Oh, that was lovely. Thank you for your lovely comment. Great, someone signed up for one-to-one, yeah, brilliant. Okay, anything else? Any other questions, or is everyone feeling pretty chilled, hopefully? It's lovely and sunny outside. I can see the few clouds, but that's where I'm going to go, outside in a minute. Stand on the grass. Well, it might be a bit chilly, but that's my plan anyway. So for havening generally, we can use it for lots of different things. So, you know, the tool we've used today is really just to help you self-manage in the moment. But, you know, I deal with lots of big things for people: trauma, anxiety, stress, abusive relationships, all sorts of things, you know, in bereavement for people, you know, people that have lost loved ones and, you know, didn't get a chance to say goodbye or are stressing about things, you know. So havening can do a lot more, mixed with my other skills. So, you know, I really love helping people. So I feel really grateful and thankful that am able to share this with you today. So thank you for taking time out on replay, and I hope you will share the havening love. I think Paul McKenna was on this morning doing something with stress, and he uses the havening techniques as well. So that's quite good to have something on national television. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the day.